Hey, welcome to another episode of How to Do Atkins Low Carb. My name is, of course, Kent Altina, and this week's episode has to do with a slight bent to how my videos have previously gone. This video is not so much about how to do Atkins, but potentially how to get off Atkins. And this video came out of one of the questions I've received is, I've just started the Atkins diet and I'm not sure that I can do this forever. My mom is really concerned and wants me to end the diet. How do I get off this diet without regaining all the weight that I've lost? Well, let's get into why people first get off the diet. Well, they kind of get discouraged with the results. They don't see the fast weight loss that they were hoping to have. They aren't seeing the 10, 20 pounds a week that they might have even seen in Induction later on in the diet. So they get discouraged that the weight's not coming off and they want to see the results. So they say, this just is not worth it. I'm going to get off. Or they miss the food so much that they used to have in their diet, and they don't realize that induction isn't all there is to be about the diet. They don't realize that there's 4 different phases to the diet. Or they hate cooking, and low carb to them meant that they had to be in the kitchen and they had to cook, since it was so difficult to find commercial, lean cuisine. They lived on lean cuisines before, and they hate being in the kitchen. They hate having to do the conversion foods. Or they hate having to care about how many carbs they want to eat, and they just simply don't want to care, and they're fed up with it, and they just want to be done with it, and they don't want to care about carb counting and that sort of thing. And finally, there are some legitimate reasons why you might want to get off the diet. One, you might become pregnant. It's not highly suggested that you're on induction level carbs while you're pregnant on the diet. Or 2, very valid, and I've seen this often in the Atkins diet forums, is that there are particularly people who lost the weight to join the military, like myself, and then once they've joined the military, they got deployed, and they felt that since they can't control the foods that they're eating at the DFAC, at the dining facilities, that you're constrained to eat whatever someone else gives you. Potentially that's a reason to get off the diet. One of my mentors ended up getting deployed out to Afghanistan, and he ended up going off the diet for quite a while, and then once he got back to the stateside, he hopped back on the diet. So with that said, how does one potentially hop off the diet and not potentially regain all the weight that they did? Well, the first suggestion is to be patient in getting off the diet, i.e., even if you haven't lost all your weight, progress through the runs, progress through the carbohydrates, and be gradual in terms of adding carbohydrates back into your diet, maybe 5 to 10 grams of carbs per day. So if you want to get off the diet, maybe it takes you 8 weeks to get off the diet if you're not at goal already, and if you're going from 20 grams of carbs to perhaps 200 grams of carbs, because if you've been at 20 grams of carbs per less per day for quite a while, you might take a while to get back up, so your body doesn't immediately shock into insulin and start spiking your blood glucose again. If you've been exercising while you're on Atkins, make sure you continue to exercise as you gradually get off Atkins. Third, understand that you probably will gain some water weight back. That the water, as your body refills its glycogen stores, it's going to store up some water inside your muscles. It's just a fact of life. That weight, you can also assist in maintaining that or capping that by also working out during this time. And finally, don't overindulge or rebel against what you thought Atkins was or what you thought the low carbing lifestyle was by overindulging on the whites, by going out and eating a half a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, or gorging yourself on ice cream, or binge eating on pizza. Understand that if you're going to do that, of course the weight's going to hop right back on. You have to kind of wean yourself back up. And of course, if you binged at any point in time before or after on that half a large pizza, the weight's going to come on whether you were on Atkins or not. And finally, you got to be cognizant of whatever calories you were eating. In the past, on Atkins, you might have had that ketosis and the appetite suppression that the body was keeping you from overeating. Well, once you hop off Atkins, that appetite suppression is going to be going away. So you have to be cognizant of potentially feelings of fullness or satiation more so than you ever had to on the Atkins diet. And you also potentially have to be cognizant of the calories more so than you ever were on the Atkins diet. So if you were naturally limiting yourself to 20 grams of carbs for less per day and roughly eating between 2,000 to 2,500 calories on Atkins, you might have to be cognizantly trying to hit maybe 1,700 calories afterwards to maintain that same weight loss. Well, I hope this helps. If you do feel that you have to get on off the Atkins diet, I hope these potential tips assist you on that way. But more often than not, let me tell you that you can indeed live a lifestyle on the Atkins diet. You don't need to hop off. You can, this way does indeed work if you maintain it as a full-blown lifestyle. Remember, there is no after Atkins if you want to maintain the weight loss. But if you do this, potentially you could also, if you follow it this way, you potentially can minimize whatever weight gain that you might have had while you hopped off. So I hope this reaches everyone in great health. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Talk to you guys later. Bye.